are those who believe that life here began out there, far across the universe, with tribes of humans who may have been the forefathers of the Egyptians, or the Toltecs, or the Mayans. Some believe that there may yet be brothers of man who even now fight to survive somewhere beyond the heavens.
The theory that life came from other planets leaves unanswered the question of what kind of life could have survived such a journey. But what of that other journey? Biological evolution. Before man had tested the cosmozoic theory in the laboratory, he was beginning to explore another idea that might lead to an explanation of life. This was Charles Darwin's idea that the living world evolved from lower forms of life. Yet how far back does biological evolution go? Since Darwin's time, man has found increasing evidence of life's antiquity. Using modern techniques, he has learned to date the evidence. The oldest fossils have been dated at over 3 billion years in age. Yet they represent fairly advanced and complex organisms. What was life like before them? From what did they evolve? Today, man can ask his questions a little differently than the Indian in the canyon did. Man knows now that the environment of the primitive Earth was very different from today's environment. With sophisticated equipment, he seeks to recreate in the laboratory the primitive conditions under which life might have begun. In 1953, Stanley Miller, conducting an experiment designed by Harold Urey, found new evidence of primitive evolution. In a mixture of gases resembling the primitive atmosphere, energized by electrical discharges, he synthesized 4 amino acids, fundamental constituents of protein, of which most living tissue is made. Other scientists, like Cyril Ponemparuma, working with different chemicals and energy sources, have also synthesized some of the building blocks of life. The synthesis of molecules in a primitive environment could have been the first step in the evolution of life. In their flasks, scientists have produced a primordial soup. The evidence mounts that the first life might have evolved from non-living matter in just such an environment. The next steps in the theory of organic evolution are more speculative. The early organic molecules may have evolved from the non-organic soup into more complex molecules, until one or more of them was able to reproduce itself, and so begin the process of biological evolution. How did life begin? Many men believe that life was created by a supernatural being. Yet man's search for a scientific answer to this question has challenged his imagination and his skill through the ages. He has seen living creatures rise from non-living environments and suggested that life came from non-living matter. And he has looked at the skies and wondered if life came from elsewhere in the universe. He has looked closely at living species, at fossils, and at the Earth, and has theorized that life evolved in the course of chemical changes in the Earth's primitive environment. Man goes into the future with more knowledge and more skill than he has ever possessed before. As he begins to explore new planets, perhaps he will find on them clues to the riddle of life on Earth. As his knowledge and experience expands, he may also find new ways to test his theories, and perhaps he will find new answers not even imagined today.